Tyra Magalski here with the first of a 3-video series of grief after losing a loved one. And I really wanted to talk about how grief affects your overall health. I know that each and every person on the planet has either experienced this or will experience this at some point in their life. So I think it's a really important topic to discuss. Grief can last years or for an entire lifetime. And the interesting thing is that there is no formula of how to deal with grief. We know that there are stages of grief going through the grief process, but there really is no formula. You don't go through stages in any direct order. And from my experience, and I will only speak from experience, grief must be fully expressed for you to enter the healing process. Some people don't like to deal with grief, right? They don't like to deal with grief for a number of reasons. Guilt, shame, fear of possibly losing control. It can be a scary thing for many people. What I've noticed is that if you don't address the grieving process, or at least try to enter in and create some awareness around where you are in the grieving process, it will manifest. These feelings will manifest into different areas of your life. They will affect your spiritual, emotional, and physical health. Because at a subconscious level, there is turmoil happening in your soul. And what is happening on the subconscious level will come to the surface eventually. So let's talk about guilt. I believe that guilt is a useless emotion. Now, if you feel that your behavior could have been different towards your loved one, you could have been kinder, you could have been less self-centered, you could have been there more for that loved one. That's all great. And that there is truth to that. But what I say is, why don't we acknowledge that? Let's work towards changing that behavior. And then making a commitment that you're not going to repeat that same behavior and letting it go. Because I can tell you from my own past experience that wallowing in that guilt and shame will only lead to depression, and it will get you nowhere fast. Take this as an opportunity to grow, to reframe your thinking. So now let's talk about closure. What does closure even mean? Does that mean that one day I'm gonna wake up and feel all like Buddha-like and happy that my mother was taken from me way too soon? Let's be honest. That's not going to happen. What I really want is I want to accept the situation as it is. I want to experience joy in my life. I want to release turmoil from my soul. I want to be empowered by the loss of my mother so that I can live my life to the highest potential. I didn't always feel this way, and it took me years to reframe my thinking. I can see things clearly now, and that was after I made a vow to myself and my mother. So I would like to share this with you. Vow to honor yourself and your loved one by going after your dreams, loving unconditionally, and making a commitment to yourself that you're going to strive to be the best version of yourself. In my next video, I'm going to cover what I think are the best practices for dealing with grief. So go ahead and spread the love and share this with someone who you think this message will resonate with. I'm Tyra Magalski, and thank you for watching. And come on over and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any videos, and I'll see you next week.